lesser known anti-aging hacks. We're going to get into it. Grab your coffee and let's go. Again? Is it decaf?
Yeah.
Don't lie.
It's decaf.
It is?
That's what I have decaf for the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. In your Halloween terror mug.
Yeah.
Disneyland, you don't even like Disneyland?
No.
Guess what, you guys? I can't believe the day is here. But Body Boot Camp registration is open for BBC 15. It's open.
You sound all excited.
I love it. It's so exciting.
You know why? Because you have a lot of your OGs probably come back in, and then you got some new ones.
Exactly, because every time I have a new one, I grow the community with some new people, some new stories, some new fresh energy, and it melds nicely with the existing energy, and I just love it. So yes, another BBC is ready. The benefit to registering now is I give everybody the opportunity to download the app immediately. They can start looking through my meal planner. They can start playing with the food tracker and using it. Now, your workouts won't be in yet. Your macros won't be in yet, but you're going to at least get used to the functionality of the app. There is also a demo video that I did that I go over everything in that demo. So it just helps to alleviate some of that scared uncertainty when you start something new. And so the earlier you register, for one, you guarantee a spot in case it does fill up. And for two, you get to play with the app already, which is nice. But everything doesn't get like flicked on until we're ready to start the program, which is the middle of November. I think it's November 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you register early, you get a lot of bonus time just to play with the app.
Get to jumping ahead of the game a little bit, just messing around with it. Get familiar. You got to get familiar with things. Because at first, everything's always uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. People listen, your brain hates the uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. It's like, we don't like this. But once you start getting better and better, you're like, oh, I like this. It's weird how that is.
Now, listen, before I got on here, I was working on something with Alyssa, and it's all new to us. It's new. So this is what I was telling her. I was like, you know what we're doing right now? We're just like crawling through the rocks.
Yeah.
We're taking messy action. You know?
Yes.
I'm like, it's going to take us a while. That's how I like to do things. Like, look, it's going to be messed up at first, or it's going to be a little wonky with a project that we're working on. I said, but that's okay, because we'll learn from it. Just by sitting there working through it. I literally had her up on my FaceTime. She was doing her thing, I was doing mine. I learned 2 or 3 new things just by clicking. Like, what is this? Click. Oh, that's what that does. You just got to kind of click. You can't be afraid of, like, the world's going to not blow up. You don't have the freaking button of the nuke.
You told me that.
I told you.
Stop clicking. And I did it yesterday. I clicked on something. I seen our picture that I recently posted of me and you in Las Vegas. And somehow I went to Insights. And then in the bottom, you probably already knew this. I didn't know this. It goes, apply to for the badge. What's it called? To put on the wait list. So I hit the click button.
Okay. But exactly, because you're a perfect example.
Looking at Insights, yeah.
You get afraid to click if you don't know what's going to happen. You're like, what do I do? I'm like, click it. Well, what's it going to do? I'm like, well, it's not going to blow up the universe.
No, I know that.
I just
feel like for me personally, I don't want to mess something up on my Instagram.
I know, but not just your Instagram, babe. It's anything that we're doing, anything on the computer.
Yeah, I guess.
And the reason why...
It's a block. It's a weird mental block. Yeah. I don't know why. You're right. And that's going to happen.
You have to just click. Click around. Don't be afraid to, like... everything can be fixed.
It's true.
Things can be fixed. I clicked a lot of things. I don't know how many times I started clicking around when I was doing this project where I had to delete and start over. I'm like, I don't know what I did here, so I'm going to delete, start over. So I started again. And every time I did that, I learned a little something new. And then
good advice.
And then I figured out, some things that I didn't know before that now I'm like, okay, I just grew in my knowledge of this software by taking messy action and not being afraid to click around.
That's true. Why do we get like that? Got to be a reason.
And that's why I'm telling
like that.
That's why I'm telling people on the on my app or the new BBC people who are registering now. Click around. You're not breaking anything in the app. Just click everything. Every time you see 3 dots or this or that, click it. You're going to learn. You're going to learn a lot.
We have to break that mental block of learning. It's like we become a certain age for some reason and we're like, all right, I'm done learning. Like, no, you're always learning.
But you know what? It's just a difference.
And little kids, sorry to cut you off, and little kids notice, little kids will go and click everything and learn everything. They just start messing with the computer.
And that's how they learn.
And they start learning all kinds of shit, yeah.
How do you think dogs learn? Same thing. You give them a toy, they play with it, they push it around with their nose, and then they hit it one time and it pops open. And then you close it, and they go, wait a minute. That thing pops open. How do I get it to pop open again? They'll start to do it. And then before you know it, they're hitting their paw on the toy and they can pop it open and get their little treat.
You're right.
That is how you learn. But I think it's in general, not just about learning. It's just a personality difference, because I noticed that when you and I are at a store, I want to find things myself. I want to find things. I want to look to think about where it might be and go and look there. And if it's not there, I go somewhere else. And in that process, I'm also learning where other things are. You will ask every time, excuse me, sir, where's the blah, blah, blah? You know, and I'm like, oh, I don't even like to tell you when I'm looking for something, because I know that you're going to just ask the next employee that walks by. And I cannot stand that.
Because that's just my brain let's go. I don't want to be sitting there forever trying to find it.
Okay, so do you think that that's the same thing applied to learning? You just want it done. You just want it done. You want the shortest point from A to B, and you don't want to have to click around and make a mistake, go down the wrong aisle. You just want it done.
Sometimes, yeah. But a lot of us, that's the way some of our brains wired. We're wired differently.
No, I do. I think I'm curious. Who are you? Put it in the comments. Are you the person that's going to ask for directions or ask the questions, or are you going to try to figure it out on your own first? I think there's like 2 types of people.
Probably.
I have always been the type of person to want to figure it out on my own.
Yeah. My patience grows thin. I'm impatient.
But I am impatient. So it's not really connected to patience. The interesting thing is,
did it have something to do with my brain versus yours? Like, I don't think you are ADHD versus me. You think it has anything to do with that?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? Uh-huh. Is your daughter that way?
But she'll figure things out, though. She's got she might have some ADHD tendencies.
She's like a little mini you, for sure.
Yeah, she is someone that will figure things out. And she doesn't want me to like walk her through it. She'll get annoyed, and that's how I would be.
Oh.
You know, I like to kind of figure it out.
Yeah. Well, going forward, I'm going to start clicking on things.
Oh, no.
Click, 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 click. How did I get here?
Yeah, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, my gosh, that would be too funny. But yeah, if you guys are interested, register now. Go to my website, JanineEscobar.com/JS Body Boot Camp. Click on the link on the screen. Click on the link in the description. A million ways. Just click, click, click.
Click away.
Click, click, click. You'll find it.
You should get T-shirts that say, Jay's Body Boot Camp, click away.
Click away. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, moving on to the hot topic. I found this to be really sad. You know that young guy, he's 31 years old, the former band member for One Direction, Liam Payne, that died?
You told me a little bit about him, yes.
Yeah, he had definitely a drug-induced episode, mania, at a hotel out of the country. And his preliminary autopsy reported that he had something called, what they call on the streets, pink cocaine in his system. It is a mixture of ketamine, methamphetamine, and ecstasy. And they call it pink cocaine, and you snort it or you smoke it.
Is that what they're doing these days?
Yeah.
Way different than my era. Ketamine was around in my era in the 90s.
Is that what they call Special K?
Yeah, Special K. I remember the guys who did it. I remember they tried to get me to do some noob. Ecstasy for sure. And then what's the other one
Meth.
you said? Yeah, meth. Of course, meth was heavy in my era.
Lamar Odom, TMZ caught Lamar Odom out. And you know how he's big into like recovery houses and stuff now. But he said pink cocaine is what they call it. And it does cause you to like hear voices and stuff and just totally like get whacked out of your, like you hear voices.
I mean, you're putting 3 different fucking substances in your brain. Of course. Yeah. Look at all the stuff. Special K in itself takes you down a rabbit hole. That alone is something. And then you're adding meth and ecstasy.
Is Special K the thing in, I'm not going to say his name, but when we went to Vegas one time and there was a couple that went with us and they were like in La La Land and I think you said they were on Special K. Was that what they were on? I was like, what is wrong with them? And why would you want to be on that? You're like, they were there, but not there. Do you remember?
Yeah. I think he was on that and E at the same time, but yeah.
Because they were like...
That was popular. I remember guys doing it. I remember they got the tin foil and they were cooking it up and it was snorted.
See, he had tin... In the picture of his hotel room, Liam Payne, there was tin foil and powder and all this shit everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. It was popular in the late 90s, 2000, the whole rave era, that whole techno, electro scene. And a lot of it was coming from Mexico. It's crazy. A lot of guys were bringing it over from Mexico. Special K. It really is like a tranquilizer.
So did you know, though, that now they use... Is this the same one? Is it the Special K or the ketamine that Matthew Perry died of? Ketamine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
I don't know how he injected his.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody does it differently.
I don't know, but what I'm saying is it's the same thing, ketamine. They're using it for mental health therapy. That's how he kind of got into it. Like, and because the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that I watch... They talked about it on there as well, that they did ketamine therapy to deal with like some childhood traumas or whatever. But it seems like it would be dangerous because you end up like being if you're an addict and you take anything.
That's the magic word right there, what you just said, because I'm glad I didn't try it because I might have loved it too much. But something scared me not being there. You're there, but you're not there. I never liked it. I've never did acid. I've never got high off of mushrooms. I've only done microdose.
But even that, you got a little too, enjoyed it too much, in my opinion.
I did, but I never got high off of it. I've only went as far as microdosing.
I
never got high as far as taking enough where I'm in a whole other planet.
But you microdosed a lot of microdoses frequently.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Frequently.
Daily, yeah.
Yeah, because that is just what you do. You tend to like, this is something you do once in a while. And then all of a sudden you're doing it every day.
That's me.
You are just I'm
an addict.
Taking time bomb.
I'm an addict. Don't laugh at addicts. They're going to come for you.
I'm not laughing.
Nothing funny to laugh about.
Listen,
Addiction's
I'm not.
Nothing to laugh about.
I know.
Us addicts didn't ask for this. Believe me. If you ask any addict, did you ask to be born with this shit? Hell no. I know. It sucks. I do abuse things. And I'm glad I didn't do some of those things in the 90s.
I know.
Cocaine was one of them. It was in my face constantly. People to this day still believe I've never done a line. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what I've done. That I've never done. I've just never been into it. Thank goodness, because I'd probably be dead. I probably would have enjoyed it too much.
Yeah, it's weird that you just refrained from certain things.
All my friends were doing it. I actually almost got in a fist fight with my friends. I knocked it out of their hand because they kept trying to put it in my face. I knocked the thing out of their hand. Cost them I don't know how much money. I got pissed. Told them to get out of my face. Because they're trying to force me to do it. I snapped on them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, more on this on the after show, because I have a funny story on this. And if you don't know what the after show is, it's for our members only site. So it's for our inner circle. We have an after show after every Candidly with Coffee where we get even more candid about things. And then we have a weekly show called Off Topic, which we're currently on the set of Off Topic, which by the way, that is temporary. And our new studio will be ready very soon. It's new, improved. It's beautiful. I can't wait. I love the chairs. I hope you like the chairs because you're kind of a pain in the ass.
You're better be comfortable.
You're kind of a pain in the ass.
Better not be sitting on some cardboard.
No,
on my back all messed up.
read the reviews that said they're comfortable, but
what?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I just know that you can be a little bit of a pain.
Are they like these?
They don't have arms on both sides, just one side.
Just one side.
Yeah, so because the mic stand comes in on the other, which I liked.
Which side? Right or left?
Well, you can pick, princess. You can pick whichever side you want. It could be
Probably the left side.
Could be your side. I won't. I'll let that be your pick. Just like when we go to a hotel, God forbid that I don't let you pick your side. Like if I want to be on another side for whatever reason, because it's, I don't know, looks cool, it's close to the window or something. But if it's not, but if it's your side, like from home, like you must be on that side.
The left side.
Yes. Like there's no negotiation.
The right side of we're staring at, but the left side of we're yes. You're throwing me off.
There's no negotiation.
Well, I don't want to get thrown off.
He'll give me the death stare.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, one of these days I'm gonna have to do an in-depth travel vlog, which the way you travel, the way he gets into a hotel room and he has to unpack everything all perfect and then set up his charger. Yeah, you guys. It's a lot.
I'm very particular.
It's a lot.
Not really.
All right, let's take a little break for MegaFit Meals. We'll be right back. When it comes to hitting your macros, MegaFit Meals makes it so easy with their delicious macro-friendly meal prep options. Mike and I are constantly on the go these days, and these meals are a lifesaver during some of our busiest weeks. Whether you're craving chicken tenders, pizza, filet mignon, or even pasta, MegaFit Meals has something for everyone. All meals are high in protein, made with quality ingredients, and designed to help you crush your health and fitness goals. And the best part, there's no subscription required, so you can order as you need. Save time without sacrificing nutrition, and if you want to try it for yourself, use our link in the description and enter code Janine for a discount. That's code JEANINE. MegaFit Meals has you covered. All right, moving on to the next little hot topic I came across. This is something that you and I talked about recently that I fear happening. Royal Caribbean crew member filmed nearly 1,000 passengers in bathrooms using hidden cameras that he hid under their beds. Lawsuit.
How many cameras?
He filmed 1,000 passengers.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, where'd this guy get 1,000 cameras from?
No, nearly 1,000 passengers.
Jeez, Louise, this guy. These people.
It's happening a lot.
It is.
A lot.
Damn.
Fitting rooms, you got to be careful. Anytime like you're in a fitting room, an Airbnb, they're tiny little cameras. Gyms.
I don't get naked in the gym. I don't shower there. But still, you got to be careful for people who do. Where else? Yeah.
I mean, any public restroom.
Even hotels you think that are safe. You have to, no, you can't trust nothing or nobody. Because you don't know, it could be a staff member there doing this shit.
Yeah. They're tiny little cameras.
And this dude's probably selling this stuff on the
dark web, probably.
Yes. Yep. 100%.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm. He's not really getting his rocks off. He's selling to these other people who are on the dark web. Exactly.
Dude, that's crazy.
Nobody is safe.
Nobody is safe.
We're in some crazy ass times, man. Like we said before, a previous podcast, it's like technology is biting us in the ass.
It is.
You couldn't do this back in the day. There's no such thing as tiny cameras.
I know, and they're like smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Undetectable.
No.
It's just insane.
Crazy.
All right. Let's take a little break for One Up Nutrition. We'll be right back. When it comes to the best supplements to support your muscle building and fat loss goals, One Up Nutrition has you covered. Their gut health supplements have been a complete game changer for me. And I have to say, their protein powders are my absolute favorites. Mike and I literally order the peanut butter cookie and lemon Italian ice protein powders by the case. They are that good. With so many delicious flavors to choose from, One Up Nutrition makes hitting your protein goals easy and enjoyable. So whether you're looking for supplements, protein powders, or anything in between, shop One Up Nutrition for all your needs. And don't forget to use Janine to save at checkout. That's code JEANINE. All right, comment corner. Kathy Meadows. She is a BBC OG. I am so thankful that I chose to get out of my comfort zone and try this program. Janine and Alyssa are the best. I have been on this journey for a very long time, and I feel like I have learned so much here. The community is super encouraging and supportive. If anyone is thinking about joining, you will not regret it. Best decision I've made for myself. Isn't that nice? I just love hearing things like that.
There you go, Kathy. Yep.
Yes, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it.
It really is life-changing, man, you know? People don't value that, like what it does for your life overall.
Yeah. I know.
They like I was saying, I posted on my Instagram how the gym saved my life. It's just much more than fitness. Mm-hmm. More than fitness. It's your mental state of well-being, like the gym, the community building. Just when you're in a dark place, the gym helps bring you out of that dark place. And also, you know, after I had my stroke, I realized, like, damn, I was prepared for this. Like, I was physically, mentally prepared. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are not mentally or physically not prepared. So when strokes come for them, it's either going to cost your life or you're not going to be the same after. You're never going to walk away unscathed. Mm-hmm. Rarely. I haven't even looked up. I'm probably in a small percentile bracket that walked away kind of, for the most part, unscathed.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think about that.
Yeah, I bet you. No.
How all the other times, if something could have happened, or was something like on the horizon, like that might have happened.
I was probably close before and didn't even know it. Somehow, I mean, it should have happened after my pill addiction, what I did to myself. I don't know how did it not happen then?
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and they would have seen it. Like, because I was thinking, like, maybe he did have some strokes during that scenario, but they didn't give you an MRI. And so they wouldn't have known. You know, because once a stroke is done, the damage is done. And then if they don't investigate it, like, you just don't know until you get a scan of your brain and you see little dead areas, right? Yeah. But they didn't see any other damage to your brain. So, no, you did not have a stroke, which is kind of like incredible to think about it.
I know.
But I wonder if because the Xanax like brought your blood pressure down really, really low.
Oh, maybe. You're right.
You know?
I know a dude who recently got off of benzos, sent me a DM because I talked about it on one of my posts. Mm-hmm. He goes, fuck, man. He goes, you're lucky, man. He said he suffered seizures after his. They
can cause fatal seizures.
Yes.
It is crazy to me that hospital released you to me without warning of what I needed to be careful of, without any instructions. They just wanted to get you out. They wanted me to sign you out and get you home and deal with you myself. And they didn't give me any insight as to what that was going to be like. I had to do my own kind of research. And I thought, oh no, this is not good, because it was a cold turkey withdrawal. No, they didn't taper. Dangerous. You're supposed to taper. You're supposed to taper. It's horrible. And speaking of that, I know we got off topic, but I know I was reading, because I'm going to read. I haven't started the book yet. I have to be in the right mindset, because I know it's going to be making me really sad. But Riley Keough, she finished Lisa Marie Presley's memoir. So Lisa Marie Presley was in the process of writing a memoir, and she had recorded herself talking about her life, like tapes and tapes and tapes. So Riley, her daughter, her oldest daughter, listened to these tapes to bring that memoir to life. And she finished the memoir for her mom. But can you imagine that? And, after her mom's gone, listening to these tapes, she said it was a very strange experience.
I bet it was hard to listen to.
But one thing that she described, because I saw her on a talk show, was that her mom became addicted to opioids. But it was not, she was not a recreational drug user. She became addicted to them because they were prescribed by her doctor after a surgery she had had. And she said it got so bad, her addiction, that she was taking 80 pills a day. And she wanted so badly to stop, but that she wasn't even able to stop if she wanted to. It would have killed her.
Yeah, her body became too dependent on it.
It would have shot her blood. Anytime she would try to back off on the medication, her blood pressure would shoot through the roof, like astronomical numbers. So her body became really dependent on it. So it's like she was really stuck in a really bad place, but it's just really sad.
Makes me angry that these doctors are supposed to be medical professionals, but they prescribe you things they know are probably dangerous or not good for you, but they give it to you anyways. Like they don't vet You know, like I had to lie and say, "Oh, I've got anxiety and anxiety attacks to get down." Why didn't you do a mental health evaluation on me first before giving me this?
I know.
You know, you're just handing them out.
Yeah.
Like anything. You go in there and they diagnose you for something. And they say, "Well, I'm just gonna give you this, and that." They should be liable.
And
they should be 100%
and you
liable.
felt comfortable taking it because it was your prescription.
Yes.
You're like, oh, my prescription.
Exactly, because a doctor wrote it. Mm-hmm. But no, that's still a drug. I don't care I don't care if it's made professionally in a lab. All drugs are made in labs. Some are black market, some are white market. You know, it's still a lab. A lab is a lab.
She got into that fight against, I think there was some organization or a book, I can't remember, it was called the United States of Opioids or something like that.
I know.
She got into that, heavily into that, you know, because her son,
I read that book.
You know, he had a drug addiction as well. And it's really sad to me. It's sad because there's a lot of people battling. There's a lot of people battling these addictions. There's a lot of parents that are, you know, they don't feel like there's anything they can do, and they just watch their loved ones struggle, and they're like petrified that they're going to get that call. They're going to get that knock on the door. I can't imagine that anxiety. It's scary.
You're blessed. We don't have kids that are going through that. You're right. It is scary.
It is scary, you know. All right, moving on. Next comment, Tina B6683. I've been catching up on all your podcasts, and something resonates in each one. I grew up eating a lot and currently fight with needing to feel full and overeating. Since doing your body boot camps, I'm learning how to manage that, but I still need work. Also, I've stopped drinking, except when traveling, and I plan to stop that as well. Thank you both for showing us food freedom, looking at menus to catch a craving, and then value of weightlifting and walking. Your podcasts are human and real. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. I know that's my client, Tina. How nice.
That's nice, man.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Keep at
it does,
Tina.
you know,
Good
keep
job.
at it. It takes time in terms of needing to feel full.
Yes, takes time.
I struggled with that. I know I've talked a lot about it here, and it kind of boils down to the way I was raised and my mom's obsession with wanting a chubby baby, so on and so forth. I ate a lot as a child. I continue to eat a lot. You know, I still eat a lot. I have to say, and this is not planned actually, because I had this sitting here because I did an Instagram post for it. But this is something that Transcend gave me, tezofensine.
I wish I could take that.
This is something that I take through Transcend. And I think it took me a good while to figure out how effective this truly was. But I can't eat like I used to. Like the volume.
You said that.
Like I stop the process where I used to not.
Yeah.
It's almost like I can't. There's like a stopping point. It kind of reminds me of the way people describe like a GLP-1. But tezofensine is not a GLP-1. But it is something that it was created for neurodegenerative diseases or something like that, because it triggers some dopamine and serotonin response in the brain. You know, I don't know like all the sciencey stuff with it, but during those, you know, during a lot of testing, they realized that the people they were having use this were experiencing weight loss.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. And not only weight loss, improved mood, improved metabolism, just overall improved body composition. It's hard to explain because I still love food. I still get hungry.
But I noticed something. You don't ever talk about being hungry anymore like you used to.
No, yeah, like
Rarely.
ravenous.
Yes,
like
I
I'm
remember that.
ravenous.
It used to be kind of moody about it.
Yeah.
Because you get jealous of me. Like,
yeah,
man, you get to eat all that, and now you don't even talk about it no more.
Yeah, so it's not that it eradicated my appetite, but it did just change things, I think. You know, it just kind of like,
wow.
I have more control
over
it. The other thing about this that is, you know, if you're weighing out taking a GLP-1 to help versus something like this has been known to preserve lean muscle. So this is not something that's going to cause you to eat very, very little or not feel like eating protein or anything like that. And so it doesn't have that same impact that we're seeing with a lot of the GLP-1s. But anyways, this is what I take, tezofensine. If you guys are interested, It's not super easy to get, but you can get it from Transcend. I take 0.5 milligrams per day. I take one every morning. I don't have any side effects. I'm going to take that back. I think I get a little bit of dry mouth, and that's one of the side effects, but I think that's it. I do not have trouble sleeping. I do not have any issues with my blood pressure because it can cause a slight increase in blood pressure. That's why Mike doesn't take this.
I know, I'm jealous.
But I personally don't experience that. But if you're interested to see if it's right for you and you are already a patient of Transcend, just reach out to your wellness specialist and ask them about it. See what they think. Otherwise, if you're interested in hearing more about it and potentially getting a prescription for it, then head over to our link, which is transcendcompany.com/Esco Elite. And you can book a free consultation. So no obligation, free consultation. See if this would be right for you. You can get more information on it. Use our link. New patients do get 15% off. And so I thought I would kind of bring that up because that has helped me a lot.
Yeah. Hey, I was watching something and a light bulb went off last night in my head. And I was like, oh, shit. GLP-1s. Careful, because it's such a hot wave right now that there's going to be a lot of black market bullshit of GLP-1s, gray and black market. Like organized crime is kind of getting into it now because it knows the amount of money, the craze behind it. So people need to be careful what you order online. And these hokey dokey clinics, do not be putting that bullshit in your body unless you're going to a professional like a Transcend or Merrick or something out there. Don't risk it. Don't play with it.
Especially now, I want to actually touch on that because there was a time where, because these medications are patented, like Ozempic, Mounjaro.
Yeah.
They're patented medications. But there were generic versions being made by compound pharmacies. And that's why they're cheaper, right? Those are cheaper. And the FDA was allowing that, even though these are patented medications, because there was a shortage of the patented medications.
Yes.
Apparently, some of these items have now been removed from the shortage list. What that means is that removes that ability and that approval for a lot of these compound pharmacies to be putting out the generic versions. I don't know of the impact of that yet, but I'm assuming that would mean that, reputable places that are offering the GLP-1s, they're going to have to go back to offering the branded medications because they're patented, and the price is going to go up, obviously, if you've been paying for a generic price. If your price doesn't go up, then maybe, double check on that. Double check to make sure that you're getting reputable products that's, that's legal.
I knew somebody that got all excited because he got peptides for much cheaper than what we get them for. But you told me something about it's for something.
The research purposes only.
And it said that because the way he had it shipped directly to him was like, listen, big dog, this is your body, man. You're going to just put something that you don't know 100% what it could do to you. I mean, good luck. You would rather save $1 to risk your health?
There's like a loophole like where you can get peptides for research purposes only.
Yeah.
But read the fine print on that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about that, so don't come for me, but I'm just saying. All right, let's talk about a little bit of anti-aging stuff. Lesser talked about things. For one, did you know that your hair ages as well? I
mean, it's obvious. I got gray hair on my face, yeah.
Not just coloring,
but just the actual hair itself.
Yeah, the quality of the hair, the softness of your hair, obviously the growth, all of that changes.
Yeah.
You should really be taking care of your hair as you age, just like you would your skin. So scalp treatments, oil treatments on the actual hair to prevent breakage. Because a lot of people think like, oh, why do I need to take care of it grows from the root here. But if you want your hair to grow before it breaks off, then you have to protect the strength of your actual hair as well. Even with hair extensions. So if I've got hair extensions, I still have to take care of this hair or else it's going to get short. It'll just break off and eventually it'll become short.
Yeah.
You have to take care of your hair. But hormones have a big impact on hair growth as well. I know a lot of women in peri or menopause, they start losing their hair because, hormone fluctuations do impact hair growth. I know I experienced it definitely.
Interesting stuff right there. I don't know much about it.
So scalp treatments are really good for your hair as well. To clean the follicles so that they're nice and cleared out. They're not congested, and you can get new growth coming through those follicles. You know, just like everything else, you got to really take care of every aspect of your body.
This vessel, we don't take care of it enough. We have to. You have to maintenance your car, your vessel that you're living in.
Another one is your brain. Your brain obviously ages, right? But if you ever think about someone going, I need to take care of my brain. No, we just take it for granted.
Take it for granted.
We take our brains for granted. And the way you can take care of your brain is by using it.
Yes, using it. Like my boy Adam said, try to learn 5 new things on a weekly basis. Always trying to learn, trying to challenge it.
Yep, learning.
For sure.
Even like chess and those mind games, memory games, even stupid little kid games, checkers, chess, things that make you think. Doing things that challenge your thinking process helps. Also, practicing memories, like practicing remembering things and thinking back to the past and constantly trying to remember. I know that I'm always I have like a little bit of a fear of losing the memory of my mom.
You always say that. I don't think you will.
I just I hope I don't get to the point where I forget what she sounded like. And
see, here's the difference between you and 95% of society is you're sharp mentally because you're physically sharp. It all aligns. Mm-hmm. You're feeding your body the proper nutrients. You're getting good sleep, which is important. You're hydrating, you're taking your vitamins, you're taking all your hormonal stuff. You're on point. You're on 100% dialed in. And that's why you're operating at the level you're operating. Optimized, you're optimally operating. And most people are not. Why? They're putting fucking processed food. They're overweight. They're not getting no exercise, not getting no steps. And they're drinking alcohol and doing a plethora of other shit, pills and who knows what else they're doing.
Another thing for brain health is, a lot of people don't realize this, but your brain health and your gut health are directly connected.
Yes.
Directly connected. So you also have to be really mindful of your gut health. There's a lot of things that happen in our guts.
People overlook that. Your gut health affects your mental health. People can't correlate the two. They don't understand that. Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah.
100%. It's a fact.
Yeah, the gut is responsible for so many things, but a serotonin production happens in the gut.
Yeah.
Also. So yeah, the brain health, gut health is something you definitely need to be mindful of. Another thing to, combat signs of aging that, again, people tend to take for granted. You just realize one day oh, shoot, I can't even sit crisscross applesauce anymore. Your flexibility.
Yes.
And mobility. Mm-hmm.
There's something that I do a lot of times when I'm resting where I'm down sitting down. Mm-hmm. My butt's almost to the ground. But I'm on my
I've seen you do that in the gym.
And then I open up my hips.
I
do it on purpose so I stay flexible. You know, majority of people can't do that.
Really?
100,000% people cannot. Their knees can't handle it. Their hips are not flexible. They're tight. That's why I do that.
I think I can do it.
I do that also because of what I practiced, kickboxing. So I'm able to throw my kicks, body, head. I'm able to turn my hip over. So I want loose hips, not tight and stiff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I do that.
But my ladies in perimenopause, menopause, are you struggling with that? Because when your estrogen levels drop, it increases inflammation in the body and you get what they call frozen knees, frozen shoulder.
Yes.
Suddenly your mobility kind of goes out the window.
Did you feel that?
Yes. Do you remember? I used to complain.
That's right.
I didn't even know.
You couldn't even get off the couch. You'd be like, damn, my knees or something. I'm crickety-cracking.
Listen, I skipped over perimenopause. And I'm not saying I didn't experience symptoms. I just was unaware that the things that I was experiencing were perimenopause. But all throughout, from the age of 40 to 45, I was in peri. And I used to have such, my knees would get stiff, like sitting at this podcast, right?
You couldn't do that.
No, I'd get up and I would fall to the ground if I had my legs crossed for an hour. Now I don't have any issues at all like that with my joints. None. They feel normal. I used to feel like when I got out of bed, I needed 5 minutes to kind of
creaking and cracking.
Crack.
Yeah.
No, because my estrogen was probably in the dumps. And when your estrogen is in the dumps, it increases inflammation in your body. Guess what increased inflammation leads to? Increased inflammation also leads to disease in general.
Yes. That's another thing that's overlooked.
So people are so concerned over the one or two, risk factors from HRT and cancer causing, but completely not looking at all of the other things that low estrogen actually causes.
It's all bad.
It's
you
crazy.
Don't want that.
It's so, honestly, it's down here later on my list, but anti-aging, the key to anti-aging for women is for sure HRT. Hands down.
Oh, it's like 9 day for you.
Including testosterone, because many doctors don't add that into the protocol, including testosterone.
A lot of women, when they think women plus testosterone, the thought that comes to their head is, I don't want to be a bodybuilder, or I don't want to turn into a man. No. If you abuse it and you start doing heavy doses, yes, your voice can viralize, and yes, you could build muscle and start having manly
Those
features.
women that are abusing it, they're taking testosterone, but they're taking other things.
Yes, we see them. Come on, yes, especially on that pro
They're
level.
not taking hormone replacements.
No.
They're taking other anabolic,
tons of it.
Supplementation.
Yes.
Let's just put it
That's
that
true.
way.
Special sauce.
Yeah, special sauce. Electrolytes and hydration. One of the leading causes of, wrinkles and aging, and the real appearance of aging is dehydration. And most people are not well hydrated. And one of the leading causes of not being well hydrated is drinking alcohol.
That's one of the worst causes of it.
It just sucks all the water out of your body.
And look, not to get off topic, but look, you had a headache yesterday and you're like, damn, my head hurts, baby. And I go, hold up, I got a trick for you. Watch this. Take this electrolyte,
Liquid IV.
I said, don't go for the Tylenol. Drink this with this. And you said 30 minutes later, you're like recharged.
Yeah, it was
Bounced right back.
recharged.
See?
Not only did the headache go away, I actually didn't even notice that the headache went away, because suddenly I got this burst of energy. And I don't mean like physical energy. I mean my brain started wiring again, and I could concentrate to finish the rest of what I was working on.
With ease.
You know how normally I tell you like, dang, I still have stuff to do, but my brain is done. Well, I felt like that, it revved up my brain.
You need to start doing that, because you don't do electrolytes on a
I
daily.
don't. I'm going to do it from now on.
Yeah.
That was a game changer for me.
Either I would do it first thing in the morning. That's what I do every day.
I feel like I need like the afternoon
We'll do
recharge.
the afternoon then, yeah.
Because
pick a time, set an alarm like by 2-3 o'clock, and then boom.
Because in the morning, I'm like good to go. I'm like ready on and popping. All right, next up, tretinoin is another, any type of like retinol for the face, anything that's going to speed up cell turnover is good for the anti-aging. Also, what I do, not the tretinoin, I'm doing the copper peptides, the GHKCU copper peptide that is also from Transcend. As you can see, this actually wasn't intended to be a promo for Transcend, but it just so happens that most of the things that I do for my own anti-aging regimen come from Transcend. I've got the copper peptide, I've got my HRT protocol.
NAD plus.
And the NAD plus. We'll leave you with that. The
Both
NAD plus. The NAD plus is, that one's like game changer.
Yeah.
And it's going to be part of my protocol for years. I would see no reason to stop doing it. There's no side effects that I can't deal with. It gives me energy. I know it's giving me, longevity and helping me on a cellular level. And that's big for me. So yeah, those are some of the lesser known anti-aging topics, but maybe you found one in there that you might be willing to try. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode, and we'll see you on the next one.